Good morning, my beloved. Good morning. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Pittsburgh. It is Sunday, September 22nd of 2024, and you are all welcome here for this special multi-generational climate justice revival. I am the Reverend Dr. Kate Walker. I use this she, her pronouns, and I am honored to serve as the minister of this beloved community. And for those with visual disability, I'm a middle-aged, light-skinned female with light brown hair and a short curly bob, and I wear glasses. Today I have a kind of a peach and tan multi-fabric, different design dress that's hard to describe, and a stole that was woven intentionally from the Women's March in 2017, and it says resist on it. You are all welcome here, my beloved. You are all welcome here, and if you are watching on YouTube now or in the future, you are welcome here. If you're a longtime member, if you're brand new and you just walked in, you are welcome here. Whoever you are, whatever you bring, we welcome your love and we return it in full force. Unitarian Universalists are a multi-faith religious community. All are welcome. Diversity is celebrated. Questions are expected. We're growing, we're learning, and we are loved just as you are. We have an active community with all sorts of things going on in any given day. This after service today, there is a reception as we say goodbye to our quilt show. And you have one more opportunity to buy any of the quilts that are downstairs, and there was during social hour. We also, after service, we have an introduction to Unitarian Universalism for anybody who is new or maybe needs a reminder. And that'll be around 12:45 in the Priestley room down the hall. And you're welcome to join us for the introduction to Unitarian Universalism. I have a whole bunch of gratitude today, so much gratitude. For yesterday, we had this wonderful all-day event. We had a wonderful climate justice revival workshop here in our church where we got reconnected to the earth and each other and our spiritual grounding with trees and with rocks and water and ocean and air. It was so revitalizing. And I have a deep gratitude to Erica Shadowsong and Mac Perkins High and working in partnership with me for making that happen. And then in the afternoon, we partnered with PEN, Pennsylvania Interfaith Impact Network, and UU Justice PA, and Supermajority, and UU The Vote, and we all got together. There was 32 of us yesterday that went out into the neighborhood of Braddock and talked to people about what concerns them most. We talked to the people and helped them feel reconnected to each other and to their community. And we encouraged them, please, please vote. And we asked them, what is your plan to vote? And what we know is that when people say, yes, I'll vote, and then you say, what's your plan? They're more likely to do it. They're more likely to do it, even if they're making a commitment to a total stranger at their door. Yeah, so how many of you plan to vote? Yep, and do you have a plan? Yep, you've just told your minister that? So let your conscience be your guide. So I have just so much gratitude for all the people who showed up in this wonderful partnership. Beloved, I also want to say if any of you are experiencing financial difficulties in this era, whether it's paying bills or just buying groceries, please come see me. We have a special dedicated fund just to help people get through short-term crisis-oriented events in your lives, and we want to make sure that you feel some level of safety if needed in these short-term events. I invite you to take a deep breath and arrive in body and spirit. Again, we have this wonderful multi-generational service dedicated to climate justice as we join with over 300 other Unitarian Universalist congregations this year for our deepening commitment to caring for our earth.
Good morning. I'm Chris Rust. I'm the director of vocal music here, and I would like to invite you now to join me, and we are going to bless this flame and invoke all that it represents through movement and these words and do these motions after me. So, rise up, O flame. Rise up, O flame. By thy light glowing. By thy light glowing. Show to us beauty. To us beauty. Vision. And joy. And so I think of this as, the butterflies that are in your belly when you see somebody that you're happy to see, and you bow your head in respect and gladness to them. So that's what we do. Joy. So show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Say those words with me. Show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Now, so many of you know this melody. You can join in as soon as it's familiar to you. So we sing, what's a C? So mean these words as you sing them and say them, and do the motions. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Again, rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us the movements, the melody's familiar. Now really mean what you're saying. We are going to invite the lighting of the chalice. Ready? And rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Once more. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy.
Welcome again. I'm Mac. I'm serving as the intern minister here. I have long blonde hair, blue eyes that you can't see from there, and I am wearing a bright yellow stole in celebration of fall, of which today is the very first day. We find ourselves halfway exactly on our journey around the sun. The days as long as they are short. And fall is a time of change, which can make us anxious or excited. But I invite you in this moment to be grounded in the present moment. If your feet are on the ground, feel the earth rising up to support them. If your butt is in a chair, feel the wood below you, supporting you and bringing you into this moment. And just as the flame rose up, feel your head rising towards the ceiling, because while the days are shortening, they are not as short as they will be, and it is a time of abundance and light and community. Our opening hymn today is number 1028 in your teal hymnal, The Fire of Commitment, and I invite you to rise in body or spirit to join us.
And clear, guiding hands and hearts and spirits into faith set free from fear. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when comes a new prophetic voice, which demands a deeper justice built by our courageous choice. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when our hunger and our passion meet to call us on our way, when we live with deep assurance of the flame that burns within, then our promise finds fulfillment and our future can begin.
Please be seated. I now invite you to join your voices with mine for our collective reading. It can be found in your order of service. We name our collective recommitment to care for the earth. Knowing the ground we live upon is sacred, we pledge to bring new life to the earth, new life to the air, new life to the waters, new life to each other, for all life is sacred.
I'm Erica Shadowsong, Director of Lifespan Religious Education. Happy fall equinox, welcome, and blessed Mabon to those who observe. This is the second of 3 pagan harvest festivals. The story I'm going to tell today, I'm super excited to share with you. It's an old story with lots of versions, just a lot of versions. So when I tell you that to say that if you look it up later, don't be surprised if you find some details that are different. This is my version. The story comes from the Fon people of West Africa who live in Togo, Benin, and Nigeria. And the story is old, old, old. I invite you, we're gonna tell this story, we're gonna feel this story in our bodies. So I invite you to get some space, and if you're somebody who likes to stand and move, you are welcome to stand, but you don't have to. And I'm gonna teach you a couple of names that go with movements, okay? So the first name is Nana Baluku. So do that opening of your arms. Nana Baluku. Whenever you hear Nana Baluku, we're gonna go like this. Open your arms wide. Good. And then there's Mawu Lisa. Mawu Lisa. When you hear me say Mawu Lisa, you can do this motion. Then we've got Aida Wado. Aida Wado. When you hear me say that, we're going to make that movement. And then finally, we have Gabadu. Gabadu. You don't have to say it, but it's Gabadu and Fa. Gabadu, Fa. Nana Baluku. Mawu Lisa. Aida Wado. Gabadu, Fa. Gabadu, Fa. Very good. Very good. Nana Baluku is the name that has come down to us, but it is said that Nana Baluku might be the survival of an even older goddess, a goddess from a time before writing, maybe even prehistory, before civilization. You'll recognize this goddess because she appears in different ways and different forms in different religions and different stories. Because Nana Baluku is the great grandmother. Nana Baluku is older than the universe. And she wears purples and blacks and cowrie shells and a beautiful wrap of purple around her head. She has wrinkles in her skin because of her wisdom of age. And her eyes are said to be half closed because they hold all of the mysteries of the universe. Nana Baluku opened her arms wide, holding the universe that she created. And then it is said that our grandmother, Nana Baluku, retired. But Nana Baluku had a child. They were called Mau Lisa. Mau's moon face was her nurturing and mother side, and she was responsible for the growth. And Lisa's sun face, he was responsible for action and change and energy. Mau Lisa was the child of Nana Baluku, and she was full of creative ideas. And they had a serpent, a great serpent named Aida Wedo. And Aida Wedo was a big, brilliant, white, cosmic serpent with shimmering rainbow scales. And Aida Wedo carried Mau Lisa in its mouth. And Mau Lisa went with Aida Wedo all over the earth, building clay and creating mountains and rivers and valleys and plunging into the earth and rising into the sky. And Mau Lisa created animals of all shapes and sizes, 4 legs, 2 legs, winged animals. And then she created people. And then Mau Lisa also had a child. And that child's name was Gabadu. But Gabadu has 2 parts as well. Gabadu, she is the wise, holy daughter of Mau Lisa. And Fa is the other part of Gabadu. Fa, he is a palm tree. And Gabadu was very, very wise. And she sits on Fa, and he holds her up. And she is surrounded by 16 eyes. And she sits there, and she sees the future if you ask her. You have to know how to ask her with palm kernels. And she watches over the sky kingdom, the earth kingdom, and the kingdom of the sea. And with all of that, human beings had everything they needed to live in wisdom and peace with each other. And she would say, remember, remember, remember. Mau Lisa breathed life into you. She lives in you and wants you to be at peace with each other. And human beings remembered for a little while, but then inevitably we did what we always do. We started not to get along. And then we started to fight. And Mau Lisa would have to remind them, remember, Gabadu, sitting on Fa, would remind them, remember, Mau Lisa breathed life into you. And if you fight with each other, you are really fighting with her. And people got along and they got along, but then they started to fight again. So Gabadu, sitting on Fa, sent her children out to teach as well, and her siblings. And they would go and gather groups and groups of people in the early histories of mankind. Remember, Mau Lisa breathed life into you. If you fight with each other, you are fighting against her. And we remembered for a while, but trying to keep human beings from fighting each other is a lot of work. So at some point, Mau Lisa asked Nana Baluku, could you please come out of retirement and help us a little bit? So now there's a new movement. Nana Baluku took out her huge broom, and she shows us the path with her broom, which is why the broom is an important symbol, even today in so many cultures. So when you are sweeping, this is a sacred act where you are clearing the way, showing the way. And hopefully we will continue to get along if we remember, Maua Lisa breathed life into us. And we each are part of her. And if we fight with each other, we are fighting with ourselves.
Thank you, Erica. This week we are celebrating UU Climate Justice Revival with hundreds of congregations across the country. So in addition to being a pivotal moment in the year and a fun multi-generational service, it is also a time to think about our climate and what we can do for it. And I think often we think about climate, we think about the big global things, but climate also means the space right around you. And this month we are partnered with Valley Clean Air Now, who's thinking about the Mon Valley and the poison in their soil and in their air, the people who we walked around and talked to yesterday and heard about their issues and are in community with, whether we've met them yet or not. And so for the Share the Plate, that is who our money will be being split 50-50 with. The other half goes to the operating budget here. And I invite you to give as you're able, in honor of the climate and in honor of those who we love and who have the same breath breathed into us.
There are more waters rising, this I know, this I know. There are more waters rising, this I know. There are more mountains, there is more water rising. It will find its way to me. There is more water rising, this I know, this I know. There are more waters rising, this I know. There are more fires burning, this I know, this I know. There are more fires burning, this I know. There are more fires burning, they will find their way to me. There are more fires burning, this I know, this I know. There are more fires burning, this I know. There are more mountains falling, this I know, this I know. There are more mountains falling, this I know. There are more mountains falling, they will find their way to me. There are more mountains falling, this I know, this I know. There are more mountains falling, this I know. I will wade through the waters, this I know, this I know. I will wade through the waters, this I know. I will wade through the waters when they find their way to me. I will wade through the waters, this I know, this I know. I will wade through the waters, this I know. I will walk through the fires, this I know, this I know. I will walk through the fires, this I know. I will walk through the fires when they find their way to me. I will walk through the fires, this I know, this I know. I will walk through the fires, this I know. I will rebuild the mountains, this I know, this I know. I will rebuild the mountains, this I know. I will rebuild the mountains when they find their way to me. I will rebuild the mountains, this I know, this I know. I will rebuild the mountains, this I know.
feel that in our bodies? Do you feel that in our hearts, bringing us together? Our spirits being revitalized, because we're in a revival today, my friends. We are in a revival. Amen. Amen. Yeah. Bring it on. Bring it on. I want to hear the amens. Our hearts are filled with so many feelings and emotions, joy one moment and sorrow. Our hearts are breaking the next, and then we feel love, a love that heals and expands, a love that can touch one another with a power beyond measure. This is who we are as a people. We send our love today to Mary Alice Duprosky, who is recovering from shoulder surgery, and then one night last week she fell and broke her arm. Please send her your Mary Alice's, send her your prayers as she gets through this difficult time, and I think she is facing surgery again. She needs our hearts. She does. And each one of you, please share those joys. Please share those sorrows, those broken places, because that's how they mend and that's how we heal this world. Join me in a few moments of silence filled with your prayers or your meditation. Spirit of the earth, may your roots hold us grounded, our feet touching the soil, our hands reaching out to one another. As we feel grounded to the roots, to the rocks, let our hands touch the delicate petals of beauty, the roughness of the bark of a tree, the texture of granite, with eons of history bound within it. May we look up to the starry night and see the brilliant, brilliant galaxies beckoning our vision, calling to our spirit. May we see the sun rise on the horizon with hope renewed and refreshed. Let peace fall into our beings with the rain, easing our fears and anxieties. May the wind blow through us, reminding us of how we are connected to one another. Let peace breathe out with the wind. May peace and love with every inhalation, as we feel connected to one another. When we gaze upon each other and our hands reach out, let us spread peace in this world, kindness and love and strength and endurance and resilience. May all who feel hatred, let it go. May all who feel fear, let it rest. May all who fear one another turn to trust and love again. May the God of many names be with us, as grounded and as ancient as the earth, our spirits refreshed and refueled with love and hope and a vision of joy with all. Blessed be. Amen. Ashe.
music as the earth goes turning around. The singing of the sunshine and the rhythm of the moon. When you take my hand, I know you hear the sound. Now walking side by side, we'll be home soon. I can hear music as the earth goes turning around. The singing of the sunshine and the rhythm of the moon. When you take my hand, I know you'll hear the sound. And walking side by side, we'll be home soon. I can hear music as the earth goes turning around. The singing of the sunshine and the rhythm of the moon. When you take my hand, I know you'll hear the sound. And walking side by side, we'll be home soon. I can hear music as the earth goes turning around. The singing of the sunshine and the rhythm of the moon. When you take my hand, I know you'll hear the sound. And walking side by side, we'll be home soon. And walking side by side, we'll be home soon. I can hear music as the earth goes turning around. The singing of the sunshine and the rhythm of the moon. When you take my hand, I know you hear a sound. And walking side by side, we'll be home soon. I can hear music. I can hear music. I can hear music. We'll be home soon. I can hear the music ringing like a flowing water. We'll be home soon. We'll be home soon.
Have any of you ever been to a tent revival? One, two, couple, yeah. Okay, so picture a big tent over us right now. Yeah. A revival. We're joining with over 300 Unitarian Universalist congregations around the country. They're doing it this fall, this weekend, next weekend, and some of us are stretching it out. We are. You're going to get some more of this on Earth Day as well. We just think this is something that is such a deep value of who we are. But a revival is something in itself that I really, really love. It's a reinvigorating, a deepening of our faith and our values, because we need that, don't we? To be re-energized, to heal. Because when we think about the climate and the environment, our hearts start to break. We can feel overwhelmed. What is it, when I think about the climate, what do you guys think of? What comes up? About climate justice and the environment. Tell me. The air. It's hard to breathe for some people. Yeah. What else? Temperature. Rising and falling. Extreme temperatures. Weather extremes. What was that? Rain. Not enough or too much. Yeah. Disasters, environmental disasters, people losing their homes. And we know that a lot of the climate issues that around the world, the melting of the polar ice caps, and it affects the most vulnerable, the most who are already economically unstable, who are their food is not guaranteed. Their food may be at risk, their housing at risk. Those are the people that are impacted first. The extreme temperatures with heat, they don't have air conditioning, they may not even have a fan, or they're cold. So these are the people that were most at risk, and it starts to become incapacitating for us and overwhelming. We get depressed and we feel disempowered. Like, who am I? Who am I to make a difference in this world? That's something that's so overwhelming. So when I get scared, I need some way to transform that fear into something different. And I can't always do it by myself. I can't always think my way out of fear. I need help. And when I was a child, if I was scared of something, maybe my brothers were fighting, or maybe my parents were having an argument, do you know where I would go? I'd go find a tree, and I would climb it and sit in that tree. Or I would sit at the trunk of the tree and let its bark feel like its strength and its wisdom. Now, when I was 6, 7, 8 years old, sometimes I was 15, 16, 8, okay, maybe I was 50, 60, but I'm not sure I was aware when I was a child how much that tree was impacting me. I just knew that that was a place that would help me heal, help me feel better and transform my fear. So I'm sitting on that tree, and then when I started to get older, I realized that those trees are pretty amazing. I don't know how many of you have read this book. If you haven't read this book, please read this book, The Overstory, Richard Powers. Yeah? The Overstory, Richard Powers. This is one of a book that weaves different stories of people's lives, and it recognizes how humanity's interaction with the trees on this world, this planet, and this country, but it also will change your view of trees. So if we're sitting there in a tree and we need transformation from fear and disempowerment, and we look at the trees, as you realize they're talking to each other. It's not just one tree, right? They're talking to each other through the root system. They connect underground. We can't see it. And they communicate through smell. If there's an invasive species, they emit a smell to warn the others, and then they can adapt and build resilience so that invasive species doesn't hurt them. It's not just one tree, it's a network. And when I was reading that book, I'm looking out the window and I'm reading the book and I'm looking at the window and I realized my whole worldview was changing about trees and plants and the whole ecosystem. And my fear and my disempowerment, I start to feel it being transformed. But the thing that I love is that you have to actually look and smell. And we realize it's everywhere. And listen, all our senses. You may even touch with your tongue sometimes. Be careful with that one. But you start to experience, and then you realize there's nutrients in the soil and in the air and in the leaves as they communicate with each other. There's nutrients. And I realized I want to be a nutrient. I want to be a nutrient that helps feed others, that helps provide health in our soil that grounds us, and the strength of the trunk of a tree, and the leaves and the branches that reach out. I want to be a nutrient that makes me a strong tree as well. Yeah? Can you be a strong tree with me? Deep roots, grounded, trunk holding strong, branches that reach out to the community. You feel strong, rooted, that trunk get that core strength going, keeping our balance in the wind, that we can be part of this large forest of humanity, revitalizing, reconnecting to each other. It's kind of like yesterday when we were canvassing door to door, we were reaching out as nutrients to one another, reminding people that somebody cares about them, that somebody cares about them and they're not alone. And that's part of what we need to do for one another in our spoken word and our sung word, when we bring our voices together and we sway in the wind, when we dance together, when we roll down the hill together on our bikes and our wheelchairs, when we walk together and run together. This is what we're doing. We're being nutrients to one another. So I want to invite each and every one of you at some point this week, go hug a tree, go climb a tree, go, with strong branches, don't hurt the tree. But go connect and realize how the trees are connected, and we are nutrients to the tree, and we're part of that whole system. And I want to remind you, one of our Unitarian Universalist values, the interdependence, yeah? The interdependence, and this is what our UU values now say. We honor the interdependent web of all existence with reverence for the great web of life. And with humility, we acknowledge our place in it. We covenant, the theme of our month, we covenant to protect Earth and all beings from exploitation. We covenant to protect the earth and all beings from exploitation. We will create and nurture sustainable relationships of care and respect, of mutuality and justice. We will work to repair harm in damaged relationships. We will nurture like nutrients with one another. So I am asking you to live this covenant with each other and with this earth. Be strong, rooted like trees, a core strength. Your arms reach out to the universe, and be part of this network with one another to help repair the harm and do no more. May it be so. Blessed be, and amen. Ashe.
To participate in a ritual with Reverend Kate. And the words for this are in your order of service, so I invite you to look at that now. And our response to Reverend Kate each time is going to be these words in your order of service. And there's one change. The very last response listed in your order of service gives vocables, hey yunga, ho yunga. We're not going to do those today. We'll do those another time. We're going to finish with the response we've been doing each time of the earth is our mother. So now I invite you to take a nice deep breath and to check in with your trunk, the spine that Reverend Dr. Kate was just reminding you about, your tree trunk. So if you could sit up, maybe don't use the back of your pew. Balance your trunk over your hips, yeah? As you breathe deeply into your torso, yeah? Through your nose. I invite you, nose breathing is so healthy, yeah? Breathe in through your nose and exhale, yeah. Good, good. And then I invite you to sing after me. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. Your turn. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her.
For our Earth, our ancient mother, blue-green planet of the galaxy, harbinger of lives beyond measure, we honor you with our humble presence. We bow with humility and gratitude.
The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her.
For the plants that have sustained our bodies, wheat, corn, peas, tomatoes, peppers, and soybeans. For the live species providing rich protein, fishes, poultry, pigs, and beef. We offer our thanks for the circle of life.
The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her.
For the waters that give us daily life, from ocean depth to rocky cliffs, from Arctic ice to beaches and small streams, from lofty cloud to precious cup at our lips, we remember our dependence.
The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her.
For the mountains rising to challenge our greatest aspirations, for the deserts transformed in torrent of rain, for the forests thick with trunks marked by rings of wisdom, for roots interconnected web, for the new life within the heart of a seed, our souls respond in awe.
The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her.
For the millions of species microscopic in the soils under our feet, to the pads, paws, and multi-toed, for the feathers and scales, for minuscule eyes open only under the moon's soft guidance, and for the lichens and mosses pushing onto the leaves and rocks, we honor your existence.
The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her.
For all of us descendants of the first primates, for those who sleep under the same blessed skies, for those who breathe the same oxygen feeding our heart, for those who need love as much as I, and for those who yearn for the ease of compassion's release, we remember we are not alone.
The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. Once more. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. Thank you.
As part of the interconnected web of life, we are blessed by the trees around us, and it is also our duty and our covenant to do what we can for them and for the nature that makes us part of it. As part of this, we're going to invite you into a ritual with us. We have collected 3 bottles of water around the sanctuary. These are from the blessed water that you yourselves blessed a few weeks ago. And if you can call to mind where that came from and what it meant to you, keep that in your heart. And if you weren't there then, we blessed it with all sorts of gratitude and wishes and our desires for a better world. The way that this ritual is going to work is there's going to be 3 stations. I'll be seated there. Reverend Kate will be over by this beautiful one, and Stephanie Pulowski, our commissioned lay minister, will be in the back by the alcove. I will say words of blessing now, but then come up if you wish to each of these stations, and we will do a smaller blessing. We will touch your hands with this blessed water. If you do want the words but not the blessing, just cross your hands over your chest. And if you want the words or the blessing but are not able to come to one of these stations, make yourselves known afterwards and we will come to you. Friends, you are commissioned to act for climate justice. We bless your hands with water. May they do the work that must be done, care for those who need the touch of kindness, and create flourishing everywhere.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
Great. So we're going to sing during the blessing. So feel free to come and move during our hymn. Our final hymn today is number 1064 in your teal hymnal, Blue Boat Home. Please come forward for your water blessing and sing as you can and are able. Please rise in body and spirit. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat. We're going to sing verse 1 again. 1064. Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, let us show gratitude to one another, to all of the leaders in today's worship, and to the universe that gives us life.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we meet again.
My beloved, go forth into this world knowing you have been blessed. You have covenanted with one another and with this earth. Go forth feeling revitalized, recommitted, re-energized to help heal this world. Go forth with love, spread it wide and wildly. Return again with more love to share.